burn some shit up. All right, I'm all in.
Welcome back to Feelspeak, where we speak what we feel every day 365. What's good, guys? I'm your host, Bryant. I'm an ex-RuneScape player, future carnivore, and lover of all things Jordan Peterson related. Got the homie Chef Shady on. This dude is a mover turned line cook turned sous chef. He's the fucking shit. I don't like to dick ride people, bruh. But if I had to dick ride someone, it'd be Chef Shady, no homo. Don't clip that. That ain't weird. Bruh, thanks for coming on. It means a lot to me.
Yeah, man, indeed, man. It means a lot for me to be here. What up?
Thank you so much. Dude, anyway, let's go. Okay, so I'm going to ask you the most hardest question, the most emotional, influential, ethos, pathos, logos, all that good shit, bruh.
Sweet.
This is the most deepest question you're going to be asked today. Does cooking get you hoes? I mean, women.
Yeah, indeed. Cooking is a platform where you can meet a lot of women, but you know what I'm saying, it don't all the time be the right women. It's a lot, but yeah, you can get your black book filled up. Indeed,
from cooking. No, dude, it's just so interesting because all these girls are like self-proclaimed cooks, you know? Right. They cook for their family. It's kind of a form of confidence too when you're like a man and you're in the kitchen and you push them away and then they're like, oh shit, he knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah, man. You get all that, man. You straight a straight manager, you're a straight leader, man. They all come to you with these crazy ass dumb ass questions, and you would suppose they know them, but they don't, man. So I just take my little time and school them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
a lot of chefs, man, in the game.
You're just condescending, bruh.
Yeah,
a
lot of chefs, you know, they kind of got a disposition with people asking them shit.
Oh, facts. 100%. It's that ego, bruh. It's like built into y'all as y'all get better and better, as more people start riding your dick, no homo, because I just did that. But they're just like, when you get all these compliments, like, oh, this food good as fuck, this food good as fuck, this food good as fuck, and then you're just like, okay, well, I'm the shit, so I'm gonna treat everyone like I'm the shit.
Nah, I can't do that because I know where I came from, man. I came straight from the bottom. I graduated from the Cordon Bleu 2011. I thought I was the shit. Mm-hmm. And then I met, you know, a guy at this restaurant
called Le Cordon Bleu is a cooking school, right?
Yeah, Le Cordon Bleu.
Okay.
It's a French cooking school. It was out in Tucker. I went there from 2009, graduated 2011. You know, excuse me. I mean, bless you. I went there from 2009 to 2011, graduated. I started working at this little mom and pop spot. You know, I stayed there for a minute, got into some trouble. And once I got in trouble, I got a job at Barcelona. When I got there, I met this chef named Happy, man. Shout out to Chef Happy. He's mean as fuck, man, but he's like the best chef ever.
Okay.
You know, he's an African chef. He's a white guy.
Dude, there's white Africans. I know that's a thing
African,
now.
Red
it's 2019,
beard,
bro.
Bald guy, man.
Oh,
he fucking
shit.
like, he's the one, man. Like for real, he taught me so much shit.
He really inspired you.
Super inspirational, man. Happy Hattab, man. Hattab, man. Shout out to that boy Happy, man.
Yeah.
Jersey all day, man. Barcelona, BWB, baby.
Bro, let's backtail it up a little bit, all right? So I mentioned earlier, bro. I think I mentioned this. I don't know if I did. Bro, you're a mover, turned line cook, turned chef. So there's a whole different dynamic between all these three things that you do. I know you do more, bro. It's cool because Shakespeare's had a quote. He said, like, the whole world's a stage. All the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his life plays many parts. And I kind of think of you when I hear this quote by Shakespeare. I know that's kind of like deep or whatever, but you know, you do a lot of different shit. So if we were to like break this down in chronological order, I'm thinking like you're moving furniture, right?
Right.
At let's just say, I don't know, how old are you when this?
I'm 34 right now.
No, when this is happening, when you're moving furniture.
Man, I started moving furniture, man, with my cousin around the age 12, bro. So, you know, by the time I got 18, man, I was a beast. For one, I was driving. For two, I was making pretty good money, man. In high school, you know, playing football, running track, doing all this little high school shit, making my little change on the side like I did. And it just stuck with me. I stuck to it. I worked every summer. You know what I'm saying? I worked every weekend when I didn't have football at track. So that kind of like built that work ethic for me.
Propelled you into being a hard-ass motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, I would. And I was like for real hard ass because
this is this is manual fucking labor.
Manual labor.
Sweating, picking shit up. Which is weird because you're skinny.
Nah.
So this shit not adding up in my head, bro.
Nah, bro.
Because you lanky, bro.
I might be lanky.
Were you lanky with that shit when you first?
Yeah, of course. But I was always tall for my age and stuff. And once I started moving furniture, that kind of put a little muscle mass on me, and I started playing sports. So that bulked it up a little more. And I actually went to college and ran track
For
as
real.
well.
And track's kind of like a muscular and like thing because
Yeah.
it's sprinting, it's short intervals.
Definitely, man. So
I wish I would have ran track instead of doing cross country. Keep it 100.
sweet. You would have got your ass dragged. you I don't know, man.
Nah, bro, I was walking the track. I was a bitch in high school, bro. I don't know if you were like hot shit in high school, but I feel like if you do good in high school, that means you're gonna be lame as fuck later. So if you like trash in high school, that means you're gonna grow into something fire as fuck.
Well,
that's kind of like my bullshit mindset when it comes to that.
That's a cool concept to even analyze like that. But I had some pretty solid dudes around me going to Washington High School in Atlanta, Georgia, man. Shout out to Washington High. Yeah, shout out 45 White House Drive, ATL shit, West Side.
Oh shit, I thought you lived in Boston when you were moving shit.
Nah, man. From age 12 to fucking like age fucking 25, bro. I was moving furniture.
No way.
Off and on.
Holy fuck.
Every year. Off and on every year, no matter what it was. I always.
So this shit was just mundane as fuck to you at this point.
Yeah, I'm a mover.
It didn't take any.
Nah, I'm a mover. And then I was like, if this fucking college shit don't work, shout out to Voorhees. This college shit don't work. This track shit don't work. I'm finna be a mover. I'm gonna start my own company and all that shit, man. So in my head, I was the best mover. I was the best driver. I was the slickest mover. I was the fastest.
No, you know what's weird? So, okay, I asked this earlier, but does moving furniture get you women? That was so deep, bro.
Nah, it's a little different. It's a little different because you're always moving shit. And of course, in Atlanta, man, it used to be so hot in the summers, bro. We sweating balls, man. You know, trying to beg the ladies for water and Gatorade and shit. trying to school
Gatorade's
up on some
good.
tips and shit.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but that just
Got
was
the
my
tank top on.
the
I seen
tank
the
top.
Pornhub, bro. The videos where y'all like, oh yeah, I'm just a mover, and then like your dick is in the box.
Bruh,
They open that shit up.
Bruh,
that wasn't you. Y'all wasn't about that
me.
way.
That wasn't me, man.
Oh shit, that's interesting.
Yeah, man. It just was a part of my lifestyle at the time, and being from where I'm from, man. It wasn't too much you can gravitate to. It was either school, streets / drugs. You know what I'm saying? Doing some stupid shit like robbing, stealing, or some shit.
Yeah.
Or fucking, you were gonna get a regular job. And I had the school. I got a regular job. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't gonna do that street life shit, man. My whole family in the streets. That shit ain't nothing.
Was there any pull to it? Were you getting pulled in by any unforeseen forces since your family was?
Nah, it was just right there on the table. It was just like, oh, either you grab it or you don't, you know? I used to see drugs all the time. I've been seeing drugs all my life, man, since I was like 4 or 5 years old. So it's second nature to see a couple bricks, you know what I'm saying, a couple pounds. It's second nature to be around that lifestyle. So it ain't really nothing to brag about. It just was my way of life, man. And it was so dysfunctional, but at the end of the day, that shit was normal. It was all normal to me.
And there's a whole other side to it, bro. It blows my mind when this shit happens because I had this one dude on Tim. I used to work with him. I don't work with him anymore. You don't know him. Like middle-aged white dude. He's recovering from heroin.
Right.
And like he poured his fucking heart out to me for an hour and 30 minutes on a show. Like for real. He like poured his soul. Like he had nothing left. Right. He was telling me his whole story. Day one, he could have kept going. He could have kept going on forever. This dude was like at his lowest point where he was like leaving his kids at home when they're too young and just going out and just getting drugs. Like he had to get his fix. He was robbing casinos, like because he used to work at like casino on a boat, and he could like meticulously figure out a way to pull out like $800 out of a slot machine and go buy drugs.
Oh yeah,
and like he robbed stores, like. So, like, not only is there this whole dynamic of, like, I'm on the streets, I'm selling, I'm hustling, there's also this dynamic of, I need to get out and get my drugs, I got to crave, I need more and more and more. It's like, both these lines are interceding, and they're fucked up.
They are indeed,
sucks.
man. I got a story, man, like, coming up, man, I ain't gonna say I had a hard life, being around all that dysfunction, all that drug lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? My dad, man, my mom, everybody I knew was in this lifestyle, so it was hard for me to shake it. So I began sipping alcohol early on in my childhood, which is so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the parents that passing the kids the beers and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
your
man.
parents would just pass you brews. People still do that, bro.
Nah, it was a different side with me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like Colt 45
Colt
and shit,
45,
like finish
800.
that bit, or you can't go to sleep.
Yeah, man. I was a badass kid too. So to see me like wilding, they got a kick out of it. You know how that shit is when you got older uncles and cousins. Like get that little motherfucker drunk and
I never heard
wild
that,
out
but
and run
it
into
is kinda
walls
funny.
and shit. Yeah,
Dude, that's fucking funny.
It's
That's
funny.
crazy.
It's funny, man. But that shit kind of gave me a lifestyle of seeking like substances because I ain't know I had a fucking alcoholism problem at the age of 8.
8?
Yeah, it was fucked up, but
Because they were getting you that shit when you were 8?
Yeah.
That's a parent issue,
it's
bro.
a bad situation, bro. It's a bad situation,
You're
man.
8, and you're drinking alcohol. You have an alcohol condition.
Bruh, man, it was crazy. Back in the 90s, man, that's why I could tell these kids, man, they ain't seen shit, they don't know enough. You know, it's a lot of shit I went through. It's a lot of things I triumphed over, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
the world's changed, bro. 2019 is so different, bro.
Indeed.
It's still pathological in like the certain, like I feel like social media in that sense where it's like everyone sees everything you do, surveillance culture. So it's kind of like, and people put themselves out there so much. And then women just have, I don't know, dude, like I could talk about that all day. But, dude, I'm like, I know I keep coughing. I have this weird, like, sore throat issue. It's kind of annoying.
Alright, man. But another thing on that substance stuff, man, like just growing up, man, my mom only 16 years older than me. My dad is only 15 years older than me, man. They had me pretty young. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't really know how to raise a kid.
They had you when she was 15?
Well, my mom, she got pregnant at 16, had me at 17. My dad was 15. When I was born, he was 16.
Holy cow.
Yeah, man, crazy shit. I never lived with my dad ever. You know, so I always lived with my mom. Single parent household, moving every 2 years. We was in the Section 8, you know what I'm saying? It was tough, man. But at the same time, it was a flip side to it because I had all these family members involved in this drug lifestyle. So I had things that other kids didn't have, even though my parents never fucking worked. You know what I'm saying?
That's so that's so interesting.
Yeah, so the dynamic with that is like I got uncles, I got cousins that would just look out for my mom and look out for me, you know, so I had...
So you looked up to them.
Yeah.
Because they were out here for you and your dad wasn't, but at the same time, they're doing shit that's probably not the most smart logistically, but certainly lucrative.
Exactly, man.
So that kind of like warps your mind a little bit, doesn't it?
It does. My mind fucked up, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because I just started getting counseled about some of this stuff lately. And to just open up and just be talking about all this stuff, man, it was a rude awakening, but at the same time, I learned a lot about myself and learned a lot about...
So you're saying therapy's the shit?
Nah, I like therapy, man. Yeah, therapy, man. Go get yourself some therapy, man.
When you think of therapy, you think of Dr. Phil and they go put you on blast.
Yeah, straight jacket you and all that shit. Get you on some motherfucking Adderalls and shit. Nah, it's a whole different facade, man. Yeah, it's a good look, man. You probably should look forward to getting yourself some therapy, man. It works.
Because everyone, like, honestly, like, after, like, a 20-minute deep conversation with someone, there's tragedy in their life. Someone's sick that's going to die, or, you know, everyone's going to die eventually, which is a fucked up way of looking at it. But you don't have to go down too many rabbit holes to find out that there's someone who's sick or something that's happened, and it's breaking them or twisting them in the wind, and it does suck. But, dude, so how does this... Okay, not how does this, but so... What makes you want to be a cook? What made, like, this is so weird. It's like you're moving and then your family's involved in all this drugs and, you know, there's so much going on in your life and you're just like, fuck it, I'm a cook?
Well, this is what happened. This is to piggyback on everything that we just talked about. When I went to college to run track, you know, I didn't have that much support going to college. So I kind of procrastinated with the SATs, procrastinated with the ACTs, and I finally got somebody that say, hey, dude, man, you're a fucking awesome athlete, man. You're pretty smart, man. Because I had A's and B's in high school. Throughout high school, I was an honor scholar athlete.
Same with me. Standardized testing was a bitch. Like, I could do decent in classes, but standardized testing was like...
Bro.
Because it's timed, and then anxiety, and then it's just weird.
It is weird, man. I remember that GGT shit, having to pass all 5 of them motherfucking standardized tests. I did, though. I passed them, man, flying colors. But to say that, man, I went to college. I ran track for 2 years at Voorhees College. You know what I'm saying? I had a coach, and he left us. So when he left us, one
To
day
do what?
He went to another school.
Oh, you make it seem like this man left you like your dad, bro.
He was.
He
like,
was?
Like soon as I got to college, man, first day I got to college, the next day we had 5 o'clock tour days in the morning. So 5 o'clock in the morning, and then you got another one right before.
That's so rigorous. For high school?
No, this is college now.
Oh, this is college.
This is college.
Okay, this makes
5
sense.
o'clock tour days. Go do your tour day at 5. Go eat breakfast. Start your classes and shit. Right around 3 o'clock, you're going back to practice. So we did that shit for 2 years, man. And we won EIAC down in Jacksonville.
What's that,
man.
EIAC?
It's a track conference, man. It's
in Florida.
Yeah.
Hey, so y'all were traveling.
Yeah, we traveled, man. We did the thing, man. We was a beast, though. We was tight, man. And he left us. So when he left us, I was like, damn, what do I do? Do I stay down for this new coach? Do I stay down with myself? You know what I'm saying? Because I really wasn't on no scholarship. I was just running for my life. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting, yeah.
Running just to be running because that's what I wanted to do. They didn't have a football team. They had a basketball team. I'm not a basketball player, so I ran track. And this is a part of the crunk session. You know, I got this bald head right now. I used to have dreads back in
No,
back
I
in the
know.
day.
I said dreads.
Yeah, I used to have the locks back in the day. So I kind of was a king of crunk myself. So when I got to Voorhees College and I had the dreads and I'm from Atlanta.
Oh, you had dreads since then?
Yeah,
Since college?
man.
Holy, yeah, you had them for a minute.
So that was my second pair when I was at Barcelona. That was my second set of locks. But yeah, he quit on us. And then I just got, you know what I'm saying?
Was coaching that big of a deal, though? Because when I think of coaching, like, okay, yeah, Bill Belichick, Patriots coach, obviously the fucking G. Like, a coach can really change your gameplay, but at the same time, some coaches probably don't have that much of effect.
Well, this guy, man, he was awesome, bro. He was a student from Voorhees that started coaching at Voorhees, so he knew everything we needed to do to succeed.
He knew the ins and outs of everything.
Right.
It's like me on Expo.
And he, I don't know.
It's like you on Saute.
Yeah, I can go. But it was just like that, man. You know, he was a pivotal role in a lot of lives up there because it was a lot of students from Jamaica, from the islands, from Bahamas. We had a solid team, Jacksonville. We had some New York runners. Man, we had people from everywhere, all walks of life, running that fucking small little Voorhees College. And for him to take off and leave for another school for some better money, you know what I'm saying, a better situation for himself, he had to do it. But at the time, I ain't really understand that shit. And I'm like, So, long story short, I stopped running track. When I stopped running track, I started wilding even more in school. Fuck the books. I'm finna get on these chicks.
So track was holding you down, essentially.
Yeah, track and Voorhees College was holding me down. But when I thought about it and was like, I ain't doing this shit no more, I just kind of segued into the bullshit, partying, wilding, going to class, smoking bad weed, man. It was all
weed.
bad
God forbid
weed.
it was bad weed.
Yeah, it was
boo
bad.
Boo blunt weed.
Boo
like
$5
a gram.
Man, it was bad. But yeah, man.
$2 a gram.
That just kind of no, it was $5 for big white house stuff, man. But it was just crazy, man. The lifestyle I lived.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, to be where I'm at today. Like I'm 5 years sober right now. I haven't had a drink of alcohol in over 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get drunk or trying to get wasted. I used to live to get wasted. I used to live to get twisted, drunk, and just.
Well, dude, honestly, like, okay, so my dad had the same issue, which is weird because my dad was on that drunk shit, on that, like, he did some other drugs too. I don't know him that well. It's kind of like how you don't know yours. But, you know, I can go out and have like a drink or two and be Gucci'd out. Like, I don't need to prove anything, drink more. Like, I think that's weird. I drink to be seen, if that makes sense. Like, I'll go out and get like a drink or two and just shoot the shit. And that will honestly get me a little tilted. Maybe I'm weaker. Maybe because I'm just getting into it. So I'm kind of like weaker. But I feel like in moderation, bro, this shit ain't so bad.
It ain't. But see, I ain't have moderation. I ain't have no ceilings. So when I drank, man, it was.
You were busting that shit out?
Yeah, I was knocking down bills, man. When I got up there, man, it was like, oh, I'm free now. I'm 18. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. So my first week at school, man, it was my birthday weekend. I bought 2 bottles, a big ass bottle of Paul and a big ass bottle of gin.
What's Paul?
Paul, my son, man. Yeah, so yeah, that rock gut stuff, man. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. It wasn't good, man. But
You ever black out?
yeah, a lot.
A lot? What's that shit like?
You don't remember shit. So
You just wake up and you're like, what the fuck?
what the fuck happened?
For real?
You probably think you probably went to sleep. And blackouts aren't cool, man. That's part of the reason I started drinking, man. I had a crazy accident, man, one night leaving work. You know, I was drinking on the job. I had a bad accident, and I caught my second DUI. And that kind of changed.
You got 2 DUIs?
Yeah, I had 2 DUIs.
Bro,
man.
my friend just got a DUI like a month ago.
That shit ain't no joke.
It sets you back like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I had 3 jobs when I got that second DUI.
3?
Yeah, I had 3 jobs, man.
So what happened?
Shit just started falling off, man. You
Yeah,
know,
dude, it's hard to pull back from those, but they do that for a reason, honestly.
Yeah,
they don't want you out there killing folk.
They don't want you out here killing folks, and it's easier to keep getting locked up after you don't got a DUI trying to stay on the right track. Like, I was so deep into alcoholism, man. My mind wouldn't conceptually think like, okay, bro, you got a problem. You need to stop. My grandma, she been clean for like over 30-some years, and she used to be like, hey, man, when you're ready, it's gonna be time, and you're gonna know when you're ready. But I ain't really understand that shit. I'm a drink, you know. I took her little AA chip, you know what I'm saying, put it in my pocket, end up losing that shit. So it really wasn't that important.
What does the AA chip do?
It's a chip for sobriety for a standard time period of sobriety. So they got these chips, man, that you get for a day and a month.
So it's to symbolize how long you've been sober.
Yeah. So she gave me her chip, man, and it was an annual. It was like her 31st annual year of sobriety.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying?
So it meant a lot.
It's supposed to have meant a lot, but I lost it. So that tells you how much it meant to me and where my life was going, because I ain't even really like listen to my grandmother. But that's funny, because the moment I stopped drinking, this how the higher powers work. Trying to beat the DUI, trying to be so slick and beat the DUI. DeKalb County. I want to clap DeKalb County up,
folks
man.
are not going to be happy you clap for DeKalb County.
Nah. You know, some people just don't get it, man. But it was God's plan for me to stop drinking, bro. That day I got it. When it clicked to me, I had got this intense probation situation.
Wait, so run us through how'd you get this DUI? You're just speeding?
Nah,
and you're swerving and shit?
Nah, I actually hit a tractor trailer. Thanks God that
A tractor trailer?
A tractor trailer.
Was it parked or was it moving?
Nah, that motherfucker was moving. I'm on 20.
Okay.
I'm on 20.
Oh,
I blacked
shit.
out on 20.
Oh,
So I woke up, hit the fucking
Were you
tractor.
sipping it while you were drinking? While you were driving?
Nah, I
It just
wasn't.
hit you?
I had some beers before I started driving. I had some beers before I got out of work. I had some of everything, man. I was comatose, man. Mm-hmm. And that's how the shit is, man. When you fucked up like that, and you just going through your momentums, man. Your brain ain't strong enough to tell you like you got a problem, bro. Uh-huh. And there was so many people.
But you probably knew you did. You just couldn't stop, right?
Nah, I enjoyed it.
Uh-huh.
I enjoyed it.
It kind of reminds me of like, I know this is so weird, such a weird alliteration, but I play RuneScape a lot, bro. I used to play RuneScape all the time. I said ex-RuneScape when I started the podcast. Like, I played this game for 7 years, bro.
That's your shit?
Yes.
You had to play?
When I turned, okay, I literally went, I'm 23 now, right? When I was 21, I never went out. Never went out to any bars or anything.
Hey, Mowgli, man, when I met you, man, I was like, hey.
19, I didn't go out. Yeah, I started working at Barcelona when I was 21. I just got off a RuneScape addiction. I went in there on some depressed shit, bro.
Wow, bro. Like, I can understand that. I can definitely relate to a lot of shit you saying.
Because when you're addicted, it doesn't, like, I understand you're addicted to alcohol. I'm addicted to a video game, and these things are not, I'm not going to get a DUI playing RuneScape, but, bro, like, when you absolve yourself of all your responsibility, you don't have a job, just live off your parents, and you're just, like, gaming, and you know this shit's bad for you, but you're like, it's so fucking fun, I can't stop.
I'm in this shit, like, man, you ask anybody about me that know me, man, I was the wildest cat, man. I was the craziest cat, you know what I'm saying?
And you're probably proud of it at the time.
Oh, I was. It was a badge of honor, man, to be all fucked up like that. But little did I know, man, that shit was all coming to an end, man. I got a situation, like I was saying, my grandmother, she gave me her second chip that she offered me. She was like, I want you to come to this meeting with me and, you know what I'm saying, show up and be there to support. Mm-hmm. Just so happened.
How do these meetings typically go?
Well, it's anonymous, for one.
Okay.
So, you ain't really supposed to be talking about it. But how media is today, it's fine. They even got AA online and all that shit.
Yeah, that is weird.
Shout out, man,
to the online community. That's
the online AA community,
up,
man.
Y'all?
But yeah, I spent plenty of time and plenty of months, days, and years in these rooms, man, trying to hear all these people, different stories.
So it's really like how it is in like the Netflix shows where they'll be like, hey Charles, I'm Charles, and then it's like, okay, this is my story. Blah,
But it's a
blah,
whole
blah.
nother thing, man. I'm gonna get you to go to a meeting with me, man, one of these days, and you'll get to see it, man. But my grandmother, she gave me that token. The day before that, I was spared. I was spared, which meant I violated my probation, which was intense. My probation officer told me, if you violate again, I'm gonna send your ass down the road for 5 years.
Down the road is like not little jail. That's big boy jail.
Yeah, that big boy jail. So I was like, you know what? I ain't trying to get played off the street for no DUIs and shit like that. I'm gonna try to tap into my strengths, you know what I'm saying, and try to go cold turkey. And I did.
That shit is hard.
So 2 days before my grandma gave me that coin, I went cold turkey. But I still had the will to want to drink. But when she handed that second chip to me, that shit changed my life, it changed my world, and I fucking knew when that happened, I wasn't gonna drink more.
Why do you think?
Cause I was scared. Being afraid.
He scared the fuck out of you with that probation shit.
Yeah, being afraid will make you do some things, man. You know what I'm saying? Like with your back against the wall.
Yeah. Dude, there's a Bible verse that says fear of God is the beginning of wisdom.
Oh yeah, I was scared. I was scared, man. And I had God on my side, true enough. But at the end of the day, man, I knew then that my life was finna change. And knock on wood, 2 months later, I was hired at Barcelona. That changed my life.
But okay, so this is it. This is where you start cooking.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, what? So I don't get it. Why? Why is this cordon bleu thing in your sights? Why do you want to be about this life? Because it doesn't seem like anything. You running track. You're fucking moving furniture. Like, how does this relate to you?
So
like flipping pancakes.
Another story. All right, check this out. Okay, I get kicked out of school. Boom. I go back home. I start back moving furniture. I tour the whole country. We do all these movies.
That's actually kind of fine. Low key touring, like even though you're moving, like people probably look at you like, oh, you just a fucking fuck that guy.
Nah, we went everywhere, bro. New York. I didn't go to New York, but they went to New York. I went everywhere though with this moving shit like for a whole year. So around September, it was becoming like the slower season for moving. So I just came back home with all my money. You know what I'm saying? I had made like a couple thousands. You know what I'm saying? I probably had about 15,000.
For real?
Yeah,
just saving up because all you were doing was working.
Yeah, I was just working. So I had about 15,000. When I got to the city, it was a fucking party every day.
Atlanta?
Yeah, in Atlanta. My mom had lost the Section 8, so I ain't had nowhere to stay. So being that I got connects, I got a big family in Atlanta. My mom and my dad's side, they both are from Atlanta, so I got a big family. So my family had this house that a lot of other people in the family were living at. We called it the House of Pain. Why was it called the House of Pain? Because shit got real over there, you know what I'm saying? It was a abandoned house that was fixed up, and it was cutthroat. We had about 10, 15 people living there, you know what I'm saying, in a 3-bedroom. Everybody family, everybody getting fucked up, everybody drank. Pretty much everybody is on some type of substance. So that was not the place for me to be getting kicked out of school.
Like cheap as fuck. So.
With these tens of thousands. So I spent all this money, man, just wilding. Every night, a case of beer. Every night, couple bottles. Every night, 7 grams. It was so dysfunctional and not good.
Chasing
man.
that fucking hedonism, bro.
Yeah, I was out there,
Pleasure.
bro. And you know, I'm doing my thing. I'm grown. I can do this shit. I'm me, man. I'm Shady, man. So it clicked to me. My money got low. That's one thing. That's when the shit got
Get
real.
Your bag up.
Get my bag up. So we have a stove at this house. Mm-hmm. So we use hot plates. We use
Hot plates.
Microwaves.
Oh, yeah.
To cook. We didn't have an open flame stove. So we had those little butane portable stoves. So we had to walk to the corner, get a 4-pack of butane, and use that shit to cook. So one day, this house...
Wait, so you're on a butane grill, right? Outside, and then your stoves, all your shit's fucked up, so you have to cook outside?
Well, the butane setup was inside, and that was always inside.
But your electricity went out?
Electricity went out, so we had to start cooking outside because we couldn't see shit.
So y'all had no electricity?
No electricity.
And you were living there?
Time to time. From time to time, it was 10 to 15 people living there, man. It was ugly. It was rough. My grandmother was there, man. You know what I'm saying? She was ailing. It was bad. It was a bad fucking setup. But I got some inspiration from that place, man. Even though it was the worst place to be in, I started cooking these meals on these barbecue grills. I'm talking about, I'm cooking gourmet shit for these folks.
How?
I ain't been no school. I ain't did no schooling. I ain't read no books. I ain't seen nothing or heard anything about Escoffier. Nobody. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't even work drive-thru at McDonald's.
Nah, and McDonald's was right down the street. But it was crazy, man. Like, to see...
How do you have this, like, inherent wisdom nested inside of you?
It just was the work ethic, man. It just was the work ethic, knowing that we gonna eat, knowing that we ain't going hungry, knowing that we gonna have some food, whatever, $1 pack of beans, $2 pack of chicken, whatever, we gonna make it work. So I was making that shit work, bro. And then chatter started coming around. People were like, man, that fucking shit was good, bro. I you know how to do that, man. I ain't never had no beans like that. I ain't never had no chicken like that. Or I ain't never had no nothing off the grill like that. And I just saw you make that shit.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt something for that. So one day I was just sitting at the House of Pain. It probably was a drought that day. Nobody didn't have no money. So I'm picking up these newspapers. I'm reading shit. I'm just trying to keep my head moving. And I seen this pamphlet for Le Cordon Bleu. I filled it out, stuck it in the mail. They sent the fucking package back in a week's time. And then I was talking to the administrators at Le Cordon Bleu, 2008, round Thanksgiving, December.
How old are you around this time?
Well, I was about 24. So they were roughly 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. So I was about 24 and 23. And when that shit happened, we transitioning to move out of the House of Pain. Because everybody gets sick. It's bad.
Of course, 15 people in a 3-bedroom.
You know what I'm
with
saying?
No electricity on and off, bro. Yes.
Yeah, somehow the house started leaking.
Please
One of the
move out.
toilets stopped working. It was bad. So we got a blessing to move out, and we moved to another spot. So now I get enrolled in Le Cordon Bleu, but I don't have a car. I don't have no job. And of course I could do moving, but this Le Cordon Bleu shit is schoolwork every day at night for 2 years. So I'm locked in on that shit. Like,
Yeah.
There's no turning back.
Uh-huh.
And
you can't like move it around
right.
and not
you
be
could
here next week.
You could have, but I ain't had the tools to do that shit. And just being without a home and just having to make it, man, it was just so much drive I had. And I wanted to stick to the script. So, and that's what I did, man. Even though I was wild and still, I was still drinking, I was still smoking, I was still doing all the reckless shit that I was doing. But I had some inspiration from cooking, from the House of Pain to Le Cordon Bleu.
Yeah.
Get in Le Cordon Bleu, make it throughout that shit. I met my then friend, now girlfriend. We've been together ever since, man.
Hey.
And shout out to her. She know who she is.
Uh-huh. It just seems so seamless, bro. It's like you're cooking at House of Pain, and then and then you're reading a newspaper, and you just like it's almost like it's psychosomatic. Your body you just move your body and put the pamphlet in the mail.
It happened.
It's not super premeditated. It was just kind of like I'm gonna do it.
It happened.
It felt like something you needed to do. It felt like home.
It did feel like home, man. And my same people that were still in the House of Pain, because some people moved. Some people couldn't move from the House of Pain because they ain't had the tools. They ain't had the money. They ain't had the support. So I would go back with my whole get up on, chef whites on, you know what I'm saying, checkerboard pants.
And throw down real quick?
Nah, I just have some food or something just to give them just to look out. Maybe put some change in their pocket or whatever to just see them and maybe have a drink. You know what I'm saying? Drink some cheap ass liquor or something like that. But that was my inspiration, man, to make people happy. That feeling I felt when those people were like, bro, you cook that shit, and that's the best thing I ever had. I ain't never heard nothing like that, especially the way I got it to them. You know what I'm saying? So it was.
In the back of your head, before you ever did this, did you think that like maybe you could cook and maybe this could be some sort of thing?
Oh yeah.
But you were kind of fighting it, maybe?
I didn't think I would be a chef. You know what I'm saying? I thought I would be a real estate agent. You know what I'm saying? I think I wanted to be an architect at one time, and I got shot down. Somebody shot my confidence down. Thanks, Dad. I love you, though. I still love you. Me and my dad, we got like one of the best relationships a son could probably ever want from his dad right now. We doing real well, man. Me and my dad, we like best friends right now. And that came by the grace of God, too. But where was I?
I asked you kind of about how you were cooking. Wait.
But we were. I ain't never see myself cooking.
Yeah.
I ain't see.
I was asking about
but my mom can cook like fuck. My grandmother's a beast. You know what I'm saying? And I think that just kind of was just passed down, just being at home, knowing your auntie, your mom, and your grandmother can get in the kitchen and make miracles out of $10. You know what I'm saying? Out of $8. I seen that shit happen throughout my life multiple times. So to be at the House of Pain then with a couple bags of fucking rice and a couple bags of beans, it wasn't nothing to make this shit gourmet.
Yeah.
You know, because I did that shit with my mom and my grandmother and my auntie throughout my life.
When you were younger, was it looked down upon for a guy to be cooking or no?
I don't think it was looked down upon, because I had a cousin, his name Ronnie Carter, and he would always barbecue at my family reunions.
Yeah.
And I've actually took that place over. You know, so now I cook for the family at family reunions. And I've been doing that shit. I've been doing that forever. I've been doing that ever since I've been cooking. So I probably missed 2 family reunions in the last 10 years. One, because I probably was in Boston, and another one I was locked up on some bullshit.
Okay, bro. So you're going to Le Cordon Bleu. You're signed in for 2 years. You're chumping this shit out. And then what happens? You get a job at Barcelona? How does this happen?
Okay. All right.
And Barcelona is a Spanish wine bar, Spanish tapas, super bougie, overpriced, a bitch to run. Sometimes it's a bitch to work there, but at the end of the day, we're a family. That shit was fine. When we got lit, we could really rely on each other. But yeah, overpriced appetizers all day.
This is it. When I got those DUIs, when I was in that hard spot in my life, a lot of things wasn't going well for me. I think, you know, me and my lady, we was going through a rough spot. You know, school was tough on me. Well, I had done graduated by then, but just trying to find the right job and trying to get people to accept me, it was hard because I ain't had no solid resume or nothing like that. So I did some stages at these places, and I got no callbacks. But I guess it was just my day. I called a dude at Barcelona, and as I'm leaving a stage that I didn't get, Happy called me back. Happy called me back, said, come tomorrow, bring...
This is at Inman.
This is at Inman.
Okay.
Happy called me back, come at 10 o'clock tomorrow, and then we'll see what we do. I got up to Barcelona, talked to Happy. We had a quick little interview. I still had my Le Cordon Bleu name tag on. So he was like, who the fuck you think you are, bro?
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, I'm Shadarian Wilson. And he was like, you think that means something? I'm like, damn, this shit. Rude awakening.
You said he was an asshole earlier.
Yeah, straight asshole. This 5 minutes upon me.
It's almost like you have to be an asshole to be a good chef, though. Keep it 100.
Nah, you got to be straight to the point, man. You can't let people think they know or dictate what you going to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of slick motherfuckers that think they can just talk to you and get you to do what they need you to do. And being a chef, man, it's a tough job because you got to manage.
Yeah, and the kitchen is so masculine, bro. You got a lot of heads that can bump so easily.
Oh, no, it does. Daily, man. That's why, like, you see a lot of chefs that still struggle with alcohol. You see a lot of chefs that still struggle with a lot of substances, man. And I'm one of them, man. But I'm a different kind of cat because I learned through my mistakes, and I learned through my dysfunctions that you can get better. You can be better. You know what I'm saying? And you can actually win, man. And I've been winning ever since I stopped drinking. So shout out to my grandma. Shout out to my lady. Shout out to all the people.
Shout out to Happy.
Yeah, shout out to Happy for giving me a chance, man. Because if Happy wouldn't have gave me that chance at Barcelona, I started as a prep cook at Barcelona. Graduated from Le Cordon Bleu to start as a prep cook. That was a slap in the face.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Were other people getting better jobs?
Oh, hell yeah. A dude that I went to school with, he actually was there, and he came there the day before I did. In 3 months, he was moved to sous chef. But since I had so many situations dealing with my probation, I had a curfew. So I had to work mornings and be back in by 6. That was for 2 years.
That was all from some bullshit DUIs. And that just dragged you down with other stupid shit.
Man,
damn.
I had so many.
Dude, once the system knocks you down a little bit, it's hard to pull yourself back up, bro.
Yeah, it was tough. I ain't gonna lie, man. I had to change my whole life.
End of the day, you're a chef now, so I guess
it was worth it, bro. It was all worth it, man. Like the guy, Jimmy, we went to school together. I seen him take that sous chef position, and I was like, damn, that supposed to be me. I'm fucking just a prep cook now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I might don't even make it to the line. And one day, Happy said, hey, Shady. Happy used to call me Shay Shay. Hey, Shay Shay, we gonna try you out at night, man. Let me get your probation officer number, and we gonna see can we get you on at night. He called him and left a message on his shit, sent him an email. The dude responded, said we gonna lift the fucking curfew off Shady shit.
Oh my!
And when that dude lifted that curfew off, it was on and popping. It was on and popping. I ain't know shit about the line. Well, I did know about lines, but I didn't work a solid line when I worked at Cafe 640.
And the line is essentially like stations. People who don't know that watch us might not know about cooking. We have fry station. A line is essentially like when you look back in the back of the kitchen, you see a line of people. Then you have each cook on each station. So you have a fry station, a cold side, which does salads and charcuterie and cheese. We have hot tapas, but I don't know if you also do that.
Yeah.
They just do hot appetizers. And then we have like a grill and a saute. Saute does the planche, which is a flat grill. So really you have 5 people, give or take, that are all working at the same time, maybe 6, depending on how busy the restaurant is.
Right,
They'll put more people on one station, and a floater.
Yeah, man.
But so they're putting you on the line. Where do they put you?
My first station, man, working the line, I was on salads. I was on cold side. And then I moved to fry. Then I moved.
So you're working your way up like a little.
I worked
you're
my
in the
way
fucking
up
trenches,
like a boss. And I started seeing so many people pass me, man. I could have gave up so many times, man. I'm talking about all these dudes that weren't knowledgeable about food at all, getting sous chef gigs, and I'm like, is these dudes fucking like the chef? But at this time, Happy wasn't that. At this time, Happy had
Happy
got
not
whacked.
gay, right?
Nah, Happy ain't gay, man. Not at all, man. Nah.
He probably
So it was just crazy, like to see all those people get pushed in front of me. But I was humble, man. At that
but it's
time.
also comparing yourself. Don't compare yourself to other people. That's always gonna.
Yeah. But I'm like,
shit.
I know. If
know
this motherfucker just asked me how to make
you're worthy of some other shit though.
A sous chef asked me how to make a goddamn chicken stock, and I almost lost it. I almost lost it, man.
How do you make a chicken stock for people who don't know, bro?
Hey, chicken stock, man. Some chicken bones, some water,
Celery.
some veggies. You know what I'm saying? Some aromatics, some garlic,
I know
some black
how to do
peppercorns,
that.
all this shit. And this guy didn't know that, and I was so pissed at the time. But I just kept my head down and I stayed humble, man. And I finally got on saute. Shout out to that boy Rashawn. Man.
He's a goat,
bro. He the guy that kind of took me under his wing. He actually was a couple years younger than me. He was on saute.
Saute is the hardest station on the line at Barcelona.
At Barcelona, man. That guy kind of took me under his wing. And we started killing shit together. Me and Rashawn started killing shit. Shout out to him again, man. Shout out to Barcelona. Shout out to Cathedral Heights.
Shout outs, bro. Shout outs.
For real, man.
No, but for real. So you're on saute, bro. What type of food are you making on saute?
Oh, at this time, man, of course it's tapas, but the paella came off.
This is the heavy station.
Yeah, that periota came off grilled. Those paellas.
So these are big to share plates for 4, for 5.
Yeah.
For 3. You got meat boards.
Yeah.
So paella is essentially, veggies, but you have chicken pimientos too.
The chicken
which is
pimiento.
a fucking bitch to make because it's pan-seared, oven roasted.
Right.
You got to pull this sauce out of nothing,
Yeah,
turn it
man.
into something.
That was
It's a gentrified chicken, but that shit good as fuck.
Hey, Barcelona was an institution, man.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of set the tone for my neck to know how to do shit, for my neck to know how to be a beast when I needed to. You know what I'm saying? I worked with some awesome chefs. I worked with some awesome line cooks at Barcelona. And it just kind of routinely made me a better person, you know, getting looked over, getting skipped for the sous, you know what I'm saying, not getting the raises that I needed at the time, you know what I'm saying? It just kind of made me more humble.
When they selling you false promises, I feel like we do that to everyone.
I think I did catch a couple false promises, but if you ain't going to open your mouth and ask for what you need, you know what I'm saying, you're probably not going to get what you deserve. So if you timid and you scared to ask for money, you know your work ethic is the bomb and you been busting shit, but you ain't going to ask for no money. Ain't nobody going to give you shit. So they just passing you by.
This is a wake-up call for me right now. To
Yeah,
be honest.
it's passing you
telling
by.
me this is a wake-up call.
You gotta
for
be
me.
proactive. If you want something, you gotta go out there and fucking get it. I won't fucking saute. Put me on saute. If I fail, put me back on fucking cold side. But coming from grill, dropping like
Grill is probably the second hardest station.
those hangers.
Yeah, because you got these temps, bruh. They're a bitch.
Nah, we did at Barcelona. We did like 50 to 60 hangers every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, these are long ass like flank steaks that like you have to cook at different temps all the time. They're not flank, are they?
Nah, they're not flank.
Okay.
Hanging.
Because you laughed. You could call me out.
I ain't gonna call you out, man.
Call me out. I don't mind being wrong.
Though. Look it up. Get your Googles on.
Hanger isn't like flank though.
Nah. It's a different part of the animal. Flank, man. That's a whole different cut.
Okay. Flank is a little nicer, right?
We dropped 60 hangers. You know what I'm saying? Easy on the Friday night on grill. You know what I'm saying? You dropping 10, 12, 15 periadas easy at Barcelona on a Friday night. So
yeah.
I got my chops up. And when I met those guys like Rashawn, Brad Walker, you know what I'm saying, Chef Helton De Silva, I kind of knew where I was going. I kind of more knew where I was going when I first got to Barcelona than to where I'm at now, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, when they hit you up and say, yo, it's time to turn you into a fucking chef.
Well,
how did that happen?
Well, I met this guy named James, and for those who worked in the restaurants like Barcelona, James was a guy that was at Barcelona. He left and came back. He the first dude that showed me the promise that I got now. He was like, yo, bro, you nice, man. I want to take you with me to Connecticut. Another situation happened with a chef that I was working with. I ain't gonna say his name. He know who he is. Shout out to him too. But
shout out to the unnamed person.
Hey man, he ain't let me go to Connecticut, right? So
yeah,
he kind of held me back.
Did that make you want to quit?
It did. It did make me want to quit, man. It made me feel like I wasn't worthy enough for the opportunity that somebody gave me. You know, I could have easily been like, yeah, fuck you. I ain't standing in Atlanta. I'm finna go get this bag in Connecticut, and then I'm finna be a beast. But I didn't go. I say that was probably November. Then we had some more time up until December to where he was really asking for me, and I still didn't go. 2 months later, I went to Boston as a sous chef.
That's
you know what I'm
fine.
saying? The same guy that wouldn't let me
Because
go to Connecticut, I don't think he could hold me back from going to Boston because there were so many people shooting for me to go, and I wanted to go anyway. My lady wasn't feeling it, but it was a make or break situation. Yeah, and I went to fucking Boston, man.
And what'd you do up there?
I was a sous in the South End, Barcelona for a whole year. I stayed up there. I moved up there. Boston.
Was it hard to just pick up everything and?
Hell yeah, it was hard. It was a culture shock. Everything I did was the first time I ever did it. Mm-hmm. So I think I had flown one time before. So I flew to Boston. That was the first. Having my own apartment. That was the first. Living alone by myself. That was the first. You know, just being in a big city. Beasting shit. Going home every night. Waking up doing 15 hours, you know. Those were all first.
Bruh, that's some slave hours on that sous chef position, bro, for real. Them folks, like you're responsible for so much shit. I would come in, bruh. I was working with you. I would come in early as fuck, and I would leave like 10 hours later. You still be there. I'm like, damn.
He's still beasting shit.
Yes,
yeah.
bruh.
Yeah, man.
And then I'll come in the next day. You'd be there before me, and I leave, and you still be there.
Bro.
That shit wears on you, bruh.
Yeah, it does, man. That's why, a lot of chefs get burnt out. A lot of chefs get so brain warped, into they certain lifestyles to where they can't do anything else. You know what I'm saying? Or they can't take it anymore. And a lot of chefs don't whack themselves just because they couldn't deal, man. And me being pretty sober these days, I ain't about that life. I ain't gonna whack myself. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more promise out here for me.
Yeah.
So I'm out here getting it, man. I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for my
dude. Another thing, I wanted to bring up. You trained literally the best line cook Barcelona's ever seen ever. You know who I'm talking about?
Who, Obama is?
Yes, bro. He was like, Chef Shady put me on, and
hey,
I'm
man.
like, this dude is a god among men, bruh. And he don't work there no more. You don't work there no more. I get it, bruh. I don't even know why I'm saying this. I don't even need to say this. I want him to come on and talk about some flatter shit, but
oh yeah, he
gonna
bring it.
No,
gonna bring it.
He's the shit. This dude, his name is Obama, Nadir, whatever you want to call him.
His name Leon.
He don't look like Obama though. So why do they call him that? He don't look like.
He kind of look like Obama, man. He got little bone scruts in there, man.
Bruh, his memory is phenomenal. His work ethic is phenomenal. His cooking skills is phenomenal. He's the only person I know other than you that went from line cook to sous chef.
Yeah,
I mean, I know some other chefs has done that, but these are the only two I know are you and him.
Yeah, he kind of. This how it happened with me and Obama. Upon me going to Boston, I kind of it was a quick situation. They were like, you gotta make your decision now. So they was like, well, we need to find your replacement. So somehow he came on, and he just popped up out of nowhere. I know this guy. He came up. I trained him on saute. I told him, I said, you got to get this shit today.
The hardest station on the first day.
I told him, I said, if you don't get this shit today, you ain't going to make it. I say they made it good for you because they gave you a lot of money. So I know that's a
incentive for you to go hard, go into the motherfucking pain.
He got it, bro. And I went taking those shots with him. I was like, hey man, that's fucked up. Do it over. Do it over. Do it over. Do it over. Throw it away.
That's
throw
good.
It away.
People need that, bro. Maybe that's what people need. Because all this positive reinforcement, that's some bullshit, bro.
Nah,
Negative reinforcement and shit, bro.
That.
That's why I be joking on people and they get better. Yeah. I know it's a fucked up mentality, but because I don't say it like do it over. I be joking on them. I'll be like, bro, that's trash. Yeah. I don't know why you would do that. Like,
who gonna eat that? Yeah. So when I put the pressure on him, man, he got it, and he was forever indebted by me training him, man. Like everybody he met, he was like, Chef Shady trained me. Shady trained me.
Yeah.
Shady
Very
trained
proud.
me. Shady trained me. And it's funny because when I came back to Atlanta, we hired him back at Ironworks, and he still brought that same bravado.
Yes.
Like Shady trained me. I'm the best. I'm rocking with Shady, and I'm
and people were scared of his energy, bro, because he's he has this very masculine, strong, like
he loud as hell.
I'll make that shit. Like I'll make that shit. Yeah, chef. Like that's how Barcelona said. That's the culture behind Barcelona. Like you're loud and you're demanding, and you put up food. If you can't make it on the fly, you can't make it. That's what he said, bro.
Yeah,
and that's 100. And you trained him, bro.
I trained him, man. But see, I had some good guys that trained me, man, like Brad Walker and Rashawn, man.
Mm-hmm.
I worked with Chef Hilton, the Happies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But so from going from being trained, bro, now you're a chef. So now you have to train other people. So you train him, and I'm thinking like, so how do you go from working on a line to being like, you got to order people around, do inventory, do tastings, expo some nights. It's long fucking hours. It's not the same dynamic as just clocking in, busting shit out for like 8 hours and going home.
It's a whole different world of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? When I got to Boston, I got sick when I got up there because I ain't understand the different dynamic from line cook to sous chef. I was a line cook. One day I flew to Boston and I was a sous chef.
Yeah.
So
which is good because they've never seen you, so they just think like, he's
solid. He's fine.
Because if you just stay in the same place, people don't respect you as much. That's what really happened with Obama.
Yeah, and I don't think he had a lot going on his plate, man. Aside from being in the kitchen, man, he got kids. You know what I'm saying? His grandmother, a lot of shit.
I feel like almost to be a chef, they don't want you to have a family. They want you to be dedicated.
Those 15-hour days are real.
Yeah.
So if you have a whole year of 15-hour days, where your family at? They at home.
Facts.
So it just is crazy, man. Like with with the Obama situation, man. Nobody wanted it. He wanted that shit. He wanted to be better. He wanted to be great. You know what I'm saying? And I talked to him the whole time while I was in Boston, and he was telling me about the chef that was there, and he's like, man, he holding nuts on me, man. You know what I'm saying? He hating on me, Shady, man. I got this shit trapped, man. You know how he is, man.
Yeah. But dude, is it weird, like, when you trained him, a prodigy, and then you train people who, like, don't give a fuck?
Yeah, and that sucks. It sucks, but that's
they don't
when
have the
you
same passion you and Obama have, and then it's kind of like.
But see, that's when you draw the line. Like, see, when I went to Boston and I started really working them fucking crazy ass hours, and like I said, I got sick. That's where I got the coffee and the Coke from. I got the coffee and the Coke
for real?
from.
I thought that was some jail shit, bro.
It is some jail shit, but I don't know.
Cause I be calling them. We be joking on you at the job, like, he really drank this shit. Nah, shit trash.
Coffee and Coke, man. Don't judge it, man.
Half coffee, half Coke with some ice.
Don't judge
it's
it,
trash.
Man. It's some sobriety shit that I do, man. In AA rooms, they drink a lot of coffee, and I used to drink a lot of carbonated beverages while struggling with alcohol and shit. So when I mixed the two from this guy up in Boston, it just rocked my world, and I ain't never looked back. But before I had coffee and Coke, man, it was not cocaine, guys.
Oh shit, I didn't think about that.
Not cocaine. Coca-Cola. Piece of A-Town down, Coke all day. But this Asian guy, man, we used to eat black garlic. We used to eat black garlic, and we had coffee and Coke.
The fuck is black garlic? Just garlic that's black?
No, fermented black garlic.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so it's actually a health. It's a health thing.
One of them
man.
natural
like, health,
360 whole food type shit.
Yeah, holistic health type shit. You know, so we used to eat black garlic and red bean paste and shit like that. Mm-hmm. You know, just in his culture.
You have dreads, bro. Like, obviously you did that shit.
Nah, I was a fish.
Bob Marley ass dude.
I was a fish to water with anything anybody put in my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, like try this, okay. You know, I'm a chef. I'm not gonna say no. So, just when it was so crazy in Boston, like when I got up there, it was supposed to be 3 chefs: me, this younger Asian executive chef, and this other newly acquired sous chef. And he the second Asian guy that came along with me, he quit after 3 days. So
why?
He couldn't handle it, man.
Uh-huh.
He couldn't handle it. It was too much.
Was the kitchen there really aggressive too?
It was way more aggressive than Emmett.
Okay.
It was like half as aggressive as Emmett. So we did like 85 on a week. We did like 85,000 or 100,000 at Emmett. We were doing like 140, 135.
Oh, yeah.
120, 128 to 135 up there. Easy. And they ain't closed. It wasn't no late night in Boston, so you had to cook all the way to 130, you know. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man, it was a different animal. And being up there with all that different seafood, man, being up there with all that culture, being up there with all those colleges and that heritage that Boston offered, man, it just kind of put me in a different mindset, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I knew I had some shit, man. Yeah. I was on to something. And I love Boston. I ain't want to leave Boston.
For real?
Yeah, I didn't.
When you came back, I remember when I first met you, bro. You came back, you shook my hand like a motherfucker on the line.
Like,
my
what's
shit
up?
still hurt from that, bro.
Get out of here, man.
You said, "Oh, you big," so you told me like what your mind process was. Like, I gotta shut this fucker down right away.
Yeah, you still fucking big, man.
Yeah, and you
huge, bro.
Thank you.
Fucking huge, man.
Dude, this is fine, cause like you're pouring your heart out, and it means a lot to people because people could be going through some same shit as you. And, it's hard to be vulnerable, bro, especially in 2019. Folks just want to show the best parts of their lives. They don't want to show, like, the ups and the downs.
Right. I came on this with you, man, because you my homie, man. And I want to put my story out there, and I want to let folk know that it is a better way. It is a difference, man, in making a difference. You can be better. You just
you
got to
can overcome some bullshit if you have to.
If you want to, man, your mind is super fucking strong. So if you want to get outside of your box or get outside or get from standing behind yourself, you can get out your way. You can get out your own way. It's just if you want to, I take my life a day at a time. I learned that from AA too. You know what I'm saying? You only got 24 hours in a day. If you can live that, you know what I'm saying, you could deal with it whatever, because it's only 24 hours. And after that 24 hours shit, you get another one. And if you don't wake up, that's it. You know, you did.
Yeah.
You
and
know
the
what I'm
small
saying?
shit actually matters, bro. Like the little day-to-day, like
Day-to-day,
mundane
man.
shit. Like,
I'm not stunned tomorrow
uh-huh.
until it get here.
Yeah,
And when it get here, I deal with it then. That's it.
fine. What's some advice that you give to someone that like maybe wants to get into cooking but is maybe scared or intimidated, or maybe they just think like they're from where you from, or maybe even worse than where you're from?
We just been rocking, bro.
Yeah,
We just
okay.
been rocking. All right, the
Let me
advice
let me
give.
ask again because I don't know what happened. So maybe there's someone that so what advice would you give to someone who really wants to cook? Like maybe like they've been thinking about it for a while and they haven't done it, or they're coming out of a really bad situation, like maybe the one you're in, maybe worse, and like they're intimidated. What would you like tell them? What would you want them to know or take away?
Don't settle. Don't settle. Don't listen to others that don't really know what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? You got to go with your gut. You got to have passion for this industry that we in. It's not an easy industry. So the first thing is not to settle. And if you want something, you got to go after it. Like with everything in you, like I wanted this stuff. Everything I accomplished, I wanted it. And I got it. You know what I'm saying? And it's still a lot for me to go out there and get. And I'm far from done. You know what I'm saying? I'm only 34. I feel like I do this for the rest of my life. I don't have to attain another job.
And be happy as a motherfucker.
And I'm happy cooking every day.
Uh-huh.
And I don't have to get a check for it. So don't settle. Don't put yourself in a box. Don't think you can't fly. Don't think you can't be a millionaire. Don't think you can't own your own restaurant or your own anything. It's about taking that chance, man. And don't be scared to fail. Because I failed a lot. I failed a lot, man. I got burnt a lot. I cut myself a lot, And all those situations could have had me pissing my pants, not wanting to go back to work. But, I wanted it. So I went back to work with a new attitude every day.
Yeah.
Because I only needed 24 hours. So if I got that next day, we finna kick ass today. And one time, one of my chefs, he would hype me up and be like, "You're going to get your ass kicked today." Uh-huh. He said that every day to me.
He told you.
Yeah.
Because he wanted you to, like, fight back. Like, nah, bro, what the fuck? Like, This is kind of like this dynamic, bro. It's so cool.
So don't settle. Don't settle, man. Go after what you want. Mm-hmm. Go after it.
Bro, I really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, man, no doubt.
Dead ass. Like,
no doubt,
for real.
Bro.
This was awesome. People needed to hear this. I needed to hear this. Everything happens for a reason, bro.
Yeah, sorry for my profanity. I'm working on it.
Guys, thanks for watching. I love you all. Another podcast next week. Swag.
Swag.